We are going to be covering something interesting as we look at exactly what is about to happen in the new upcoming Premier League that is ready for the world to see. So this is your host Sam, and I'm back again. This is Africa. This is the Football Connected. Now we are talking about the Premier League, and guess what? Premier League is back, baby, and we are about to watch what is going to offer for this season. So there are a lot of things that we have to cover. There are a lot of things we need to look at and actually understand, but before we start anything, I would like you guys to do me a favor by clicking the subscribe button, clicking the like button, and don't forget to share this video with any other people with anyone else on your social media platforms. It helps us a lot. It helps us grow, and it helps us to be at a better place as we are in Africa Football Connected. But before we even start talking about this, let's look at what happened in the last days of the Premier League 2019-2020 that just ended. Yes, 2019-2020 Liverpool became the champions after 30 years. They won the Premier League, and it became that they became champions for the first time since the 30 years. Actually, it was their first time for them to win the Premier League. They've only won the League Cup, and by then the League Cup they were not yet the Premier League. So they did win. At the same time, we look at the players who got the player of the season became Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. Well deserved. He played so amazingly, and this time I think the injuries gave him justice, and he was able to show himself to the world what he can do, and he did amazing stuff. So he deserved to get the honor, even though we didn't want to. Then the players of the season was the player of the season was Kevin De Bruyne as well. The fans' player of the season was Sadio Mane, and what else am I forgetting? And the reporters player of the season was Jordan Henderson. And in terms of the young player of the season, all of them were taken by none else but Trent Alexander-Arnold. The kid was just on fire, so he deserved to get those things. And the team of the season came out like this. I think I'm gonna miss one person's name that I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's from Leicester. But the keeper was Nick Pope, followed by Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and the Leicester defender. Then also Andy Robertson. In the middle, it was Kevin De Bruyne, Jordan Anderson, and who else? Who was the last one? There's one person that I'm forgetting. Who was it? I was looking at it. I'll do check for you guys. But also in the front, it was Jimmy Vardy, Aubameyang, then Sadio Mane. So I'm trying to remember who was in the middle as well with Kevin De Bruyne. It was Jordan Anderson, Kevin De Bruyne, and who else? There's somebody that I'm forgetting. Just hit me up, remind me on the comments below, guys. Help me understand. I feel like I forgot one person who was also in the team of the season. So it was an amazing 2019-2020, which was actually disturbed by COVID-19. But even though we are back again now, we are looking forward to wherever we are going now, which is this new season. We want to see what we are going to be finding, the Premier League will be offering us, and what's going to happen. I hope you all are excited with what is about to happen, and I am your host Sam. This is the Football Connect, and we'll be covering each and every single thing that happened. So don't forget to leave your comments down below if you have something you want to say, and don't forget to actually subscribe. It helps us a lot, guys. Your subscription does counts a lot in this page as we are trying to grow, so please do that. Don't forget to do that. So we are now looking on to 2020 now, 2020-2021 season, which is now left to today is on the 9th of September, which means that we are only the football starting on the 12th, so we are left with at least 3 days. Yes, 3 days before the Premier League resumes, and we have some amazing games. And the Premier League, I think we are ready to talk about what is going to happen, and I want to hear your excitement. What are you thinking? I think I'll do the prediction of the games that are going to be played on the video like the day before the Premier League actually starts, because I think the other teams are going to play tomorrow, and then they will have the other ones that are playing. So let me show you something that is happening in preparation of 2020-2021 season, and everything that is set for us to actually start. It's gonna be interesting, guys. So your comments and your thoughts are actually highly appreciated, guys. I hope I see it on down the comments below, whatever you think and whatever you're excited to see in the next season. And in the end of this video, I'm gonna do something interesting that I've never done. I'm gonna try to predict how the teams will look like in the end, like the teams that are gonna be fighting for the top 4. I'm not gonna put them in that order because I'm not really sure which one's going to finish, and the teams that are gonna be in the relegation. And I'll tell you why am I saying that. It's gonna be covered in this video. So I hope you are excited, and I hope you'll be watching. Let me bring this closer so that you can see me, guys, so properly. So let's get started. Let's get going. Let's see what we are covering. So we visit to the first part. So like I was saying, they're already out. So the Premier League fixtures were released. As they were released, we were told what was going to happen the next season. We now know the teams and the player. Did I say teams? Yeah, the teams that are there and the teams that they are going to be playing. Every team now knows what they're going to be playing on the 25th of December or on the 26th of December, the Boxing Day. Reason why I like to say they're on the 26th of December, because that's when the Premier League as a whole start to take shape in terms of the teams that are being relegated, also the teams that are qualifying to the next season. So let me show you. So let me show you the teams that were promoted. If you have not been keeping up with the news, just a reminder. So the teams, as you can see them in their alphabetical order as it is set to prepare for the 2020-2021 season. As you can see, the first team is Arsenal, Aston Villa, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, Leeds United, Leicester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle, Sheffield United, Southampton, Tottenham, West Brom, West Ham, and Wolves. That's the last. So UEFA Champions League group stage for the teams that were in the top 4s, which is gonna be Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Those are the teams that made it to the Champions League group stages. So we have to see how they're gonna be seeded, and how that's what we can expect from. And from Arsenal, which won by winning the FA Cup. From Arsenal, Tottenham, and is it? Thanks, Sheffield the Wolves. I'm not really sure. You have to confirm that for me in the comments below. They're gonna be in the Europa stage and also relegation. Like here, as you can see, it's already the red stage. It's trying to show you how it is set, how the things are set. This is how it is looking like, guys. So it's gonna be an interesting thing. We'll see amazing stuff as this league is about to start. Who's going to be the champions of 2020-2021? And right now, I wanna see it on the comments below. Put it down there, guys, so that I actually see your thoughts and I hear what you're thinking of this, and how excited are you for what is about to start, which is the new season of the Premier League 2020-2021. I have to get used to that. Yeah, I was used to 2019-2020, so I feels like my tongue is running that side. It's just going too fast, faster than even I want to say. So these are the teams that are there, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts. How are you seeing these teams? Which teams are you seeing to be dangerous to you when you look at the teams that are out there, and give your reason why you are saying that this team can be dangerous. Give all your reasons why. That's gonna be an excitement that we want to hear, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below so that we see that exactly where we're going. We're going in a proper vein. So I want you to look at the teams again. I'm gonna repeat them again before we move on to the next stage, but even though we still have more time, we're gonna always come back to that. So let me go and show you something as well before I go to something else. I wanna show you something that people maybe didn't see or maybe never paid attention, and I'm gonna show you the home jerseys and some of the away jerseys that are gonna appear in some teams, because other teams, they have not finished putting all the jerseys that are out there, but some of them that are there, I'll show you. If there's nothing, then we move on, guys, because we have a lot of things to cover, and the Football Connect will keep you updated each and every day in each and every game that was gonna be played this season. We'll make sure that we are there live. Watch time when we're doing those watch along, and maybe when we're doing other things. This is something that we're gonna cover, and I hope you'll be excited to actually watch with us whatever we'll be talking about. I want to hear your thoughts, your comments, guys. I want to hear what you think about this new season we are in, and how excited are you with what is about to happen with the Premier League. Because as for me, I am excited, even though it was just, is it 2 weeks? 2 weeks, I think it was around 2 weeks or something. We had with just or just the time that the players were given to rest because of the COVID-19, which messed a lot of things up. We didn't expect it, but it happened. But we can move on from that as we prepare for the new season. So I want to hear your excitement, guys. If you don't show me your excitement by your thoughts or your whatever you leave in the comments, it will be very hard for us to actually club in. Hello, Mr. Mobin, how are you, sir? So we are covering the Premier League as it's coming back. We are talking about everything that I've been doing to excite. So don't forget to leave your like and don't forget to subscribe. You already subscribed, Mr. Mobin. So I want to ask you something. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League this season? How do you think it's going to end? Because your thoughts is what we want to hear right now. I want to hear who do you think is going to win the Premier League, because there's a lot of things that are going to happen. So also Nike, which is sponsoring the Premier League, I believe, in terms of creating the ball, have already launched the ball. I don't know if you did see this one. So it seems like it has a story which is written, I think it's a motto or something, if I may call it a motto. I think it's a motto. They're saying that it all starts with love, then on top of love they put a ball. So they're just trying to show people, I think the colors that they tried to use, I think they were trying to play around with the Black Lives Matter situation, just try to support some of the situations that are happening. So as you can see, these are the games that are going to be used. This board that is going to be used for 2020-2021 season. I don't know how excited you are and what are you expecting from this, but that's what we have, and we have to move on from that. Let me show you another thing before I even go far as we continue, because we have a lot of things. The next thing that I want to show you guys are the kits. Remember, we cannot go to any season of football without the kits. Liverpool first, Manchester City second, Tottenham third, Chelsea fourth, and Everton fifth. Where's Manchester United, Mr. Moment? Where's Manchester United? I'm just laughing because, okay, I understand. As we can see, I'm going to show you the transfers that were done as well, so that we look at, in terms of the transfers, how do you see the season ending? And why are you saying that Tottenham will finish third, though? I'm just wondering, can you give me your thoughts on there? Why do you think that Tottenham will finish third? Okay, Liverpool, Manchester City, I don't think at the moment any team is fit enough to be competing to challenge them for the first position and the second position. And I would love to see. Oh, they're coming last. Wow. That's interesting. You mean Manchester United? Yeah, especially with their new alternative jersey, the zebra design, which is weird and creepy. I don't think that can actually be any close to the top four of the Premier League. What can I say? I'm just making fun of them here as a Liverpool fan. They are quite good in their midfield. You mean Tottenham? Yeah, I really didn't think about that. Yeah, but they have really improved. And Everton, why could you say Everton will finish fifth? You know, United, Everton, as a Liverpool fan, I want them to finish down there. Down there. Yeah, Manchester United are coming last. Oh, that's interesting. We'll wait and see. We'll be looking as we're covering whatever that's happening. So that's all. As you can hear what Mr. Mobin is saying here. He's saying that according to him, Liverpool is finishing first. So it means we are returning the Premier League. The second team is Manchester City. The third team is Tottenham, which is going to be interesting because one thing about Tottenham, they're lacking in their firepower. They need people who scores more. Song cannot do that all as well. So that is going to be interesting as well to find out what happens. And also Chelsea coming out form. I might agree with Chelsea finishing on the fourth. Reason why, let me tell you my reason. Because Chelsea signed a lot of people and they've just changed the team of Chelsea, putting on some strike force who have no apparent idea how the Premier League goes. So that is going to be interesting to find out how Chelsea plays everything. And then Everton, because they signed Decore and Rodriguez, I hope that they don't finish at that time. I don't really like them. Let me read the comment that they put there. When they signed the Rodriguez, they are now strong in the midfield. Oh, you mean Everton? But Rodriguez is finished though. I have to say, he's really finished. I don't think he's still there, like he's really still fit to be competing like the Rodriguez we used to know. He can assist and do free kicks. Yeah, we will have to see about that. That is going to be interesting as well. But also in terms of United, even though you're saying that they're coming out last, remember United, they did bring Van der Beek. Is it? Yeah, it's Van der Beek. And they have Bruno Fernandes. And they have Paul Pogba. and they're saying they're gonna be playing a diamond in their midfield. So what do you think about them? How do you see how them challenging? You agree with me? Respect. I always love your emoji. They are amazing. So we have to wait and see what happens. But this is gonna be an interesting season, guys, and it's gonna be exciting. I'm telling you, things are gonna be happening, and I feel like for us to actually say that we'll retain the champion, the Premier League as a Liverpool. When you're saying on the first, I feel like if we could sign Thiago Alcantara, then at the same time we keep Gini Ronaldo, we are set and we are ready to challenge for to attack for the honors of keeping the Premier League with us as Liverpool. Because I was looking at it and I was thinking that okay, as things are looking at the moment, we're gonna be challenged a lot. Daguerre has been off form from the okay. Yes, I know that Daguerre has been off in the last 3 seasons, but they just brought Henderson, Dean Henderson, who was amazing for Sheffield. You remember the game that we only won by 1-0, where he made a small mistake that went through his legs. That was not an easy game, remember? So now he's now playing for United, his dream club. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be crazy in 2021, I'm telling you. It's going to be crazy. I feel like, okay, I said them that there'll be maybe, let me just say from number 3 going downwards, because number 1 and 2 they're taken by Liverpool and the Manchester City. Either one of them that's too strong enough to finish on top. So those ones are taken. But Dean Anderson is a game changer. Don't you think so, Mr. Moby? I feel like Dean Anderson is a game changer. We'll have to wait and see as we move on. So the other thing that I wanted to show you guys that is also interesting, as we'll be waiting for Mr. Mobinese, I know he's typing, he'll be giving us another thing, is that also there were jerseys that were released and there were some shockers and some amazing jerseys. So right now I'm gonna switch on my screen so that I show you the jerseys that were put by the Premier League for next season, all the clubs' jerseys, the home and the away. If they have alternatives, you'll see them as well. They're gonna be interesting. Look out for the Manchester United jersey. I still believe that is one of the most ugliest jerseys I've seen. So as it's written, that's in that Premier League kits 2020-2021 confirmed the home and away and third kits. The full roundup of the Premier League ahead of 2020 and 2021. You can see these are the jerseys that we're seeing. So let's move on. The first one, of course, we are going alphabetical order, and it's Arsenal. Arsenal jersey. Let me see. There's something that Mr. Mobin said before I continue. They're saying Roma is versing for Fiorentina and Roma is winning 2-0. Like right now, it's really live right now. I really didn't check. Let me check. Let me try to tap that. I didn't check though, Mr. Mobi. I'm just hearing that from you. Let me see. I didn't know that there was a game that was actually playing live. I have to actually find out what's happening here. I was busy, wanted to concentrate to talk about the Premier League, but let me check for you. Let's see. Oh, and also you can always leave on your comments if you have some of the games that you want me to do some watch along in other leagues when we are not really covered with others. We can always do that. So you are saying it's Roma and what? Let me see. Let me check that again. You are saying that Roma is Oh, so let me just write Roma here to see. I think Roma. Let me see what's happening with the team. Roma Football Club FC. And let's see, FC Roma. Yeah, they are really winning by 2-0. They're playing by Florencia, and the people who have scored it's Ricky and Anders with 17 minutes and 14 minutes, and the game is 26 minutes. The problem with this game is that none of the streaming service or softwares that I have here, that is actually streaming this game, so it's gonna be hard for me to actually show you what's happening, but they are winning. Henry Mkhitaryan joined Roma. Yeah, I think I heard about that exactly they joined Roma, and I think it's gonna be an amazing signing for them. I felt like Mkhitaryan still had enough to offer in Arsenal before he left, but You never know with this Premier League clubs and how they do some of their decisions, but we have to wait and see. But it's gonna be an interesting one to keep a longer look on that one. We hope to see the information and how it changes. So, like I said, Mr. Mobin, if you have some, for you, I'll do it exactly. If you have some watch alongs of some games that you want me to cover, which are not in the Premier League, you can always leave them down below, and I'll make sure that if I can review them for you, then I can always do those watch along, keeping you updated with the movie, with how it is going on. Just to say thank you for your to appreciate you for always being there for Africa Football Connect, for the Football Connect. Oh, I changed the channel now. It's now called the Football Connect because people are saying that making it Africa Football Connect is more like limiting. So if we do it all over, just to make it for the whole world, so that's why I changed this thing. So I'll do it for you. You just say any team that you want me to keep along to watch and keep giving you information about it. I'll do so every time whenever you ask for. So you can always write it down there below. So like I was saying, let me show you the jerseys. So we have seen the Arsenal jersey, and that jersey is unique. It's amazing, I can't deny. And this is, I think this is their away jersey. Let's see, yeah, this is their away jersey, which is also interesting. Some thunder, as you can see. Then this is Aston Villa's jersey. It's weird, it looks familiar like some of their old jerseys, so I can't really say a lot about it because it's like they're still wearing the same jersey in a way, if I could say. I'm just saying that it seems like I'm still wearing the same jersey. Then we move on to this is their away jersey. Oh, this is actually nicer than the home jersey. I actually read this one better than the home jersey. Then, like, our main man moved to Brighton, and he's the one who became the person who's showing their jerseys, like the main man, the posters of their club. It's Adam Lallana, and it was believed that he was going to be the club captain. How true is that? How much do you hear? But I think I heard that he's going to be the club captain of the team. So we'll wait and see on that situation, and we'll keep you updated on everything that is happening on that as the Premier League is closing in on the start. Then this is their away jersey, but the home jersey, I think for me it's amazing than the away jersey, as you can see. And there's their third jersey, and their third jersey and the second is just the change of color, but also the neck collar. Nike did something else there. Then Chelsea, what still kills me is their, what can I say, what still kills me with Chelsea is that the number 3, guys. The number 3 just takes it for me, just takes it for me. I don't even know what to say about that, than to laugh or than to say anything, so I'm gonna pass. But the second away jersey, even though just the 3, it's actually amazing. I love those small lines. It's actually nice. Then this Crystal Palace, so this is their home jersey, which is weird as well, but it's okay for them. Then there's their away jersey, which is actually amazing and lovely. So we wait and see what they offer. And there's their third kit. So the third kit of Crystal Palace, the white color, does them for you justice. Oh, how many jerseys do Crystal Palace have this season? Or maybe this was like their 4. Oh, this jerseys. Oh, this Chelsea's third kit. Oh, sorry for that, I didn't see that. So this is Chelsea's jersey third kit. Wow, that's interesting. So Crystal Palace home jersey, then it's amazing. Then if it's like this, it's amazing. It's one of the best jerseys we have. Then the away jersey also, it's amazing, guys. And the third jersey, you see, you can never go wrong with the blue, white, and black. You can see that nothing changed in terms of their front design and information of what is happening here, but the colors that they used to take over. And Everton, as much as I hate the club, this is amazing, guys. You have to say something. You have to show me your appreciation, guys. You have to actually agree with me. This is amazing. This is amazing. Hello, how are you, Bombe? It's boss. How are you, say? So the Premier League is back. Let me hear what you think. How are you seeing the Premier League going for next season? Which team is winning for you? As you can check on the comments below, there's already, on top of you, there's already another man who has already given his prediction of how the Premier League is finishing. Can you do that the same? Tell me what you think as I'm covering some of the jerseys that have been bought for 2020-2021 as they build up to the coming of the Premier League, which is starting on the 12th of September, and I hope we are ready and prepared to be impressed and to enjoy the time we are going to have with the Premier League. And the Football Connect will keep you will definitely keep you in the loop of everything that is happening. So put your comments down there below, tell me what you think, and don't forget to click subscribe and like this video. It helps us a lot, so please do that right now as we continue with what we are doing here, as we are ranking all the jerseys, as we move on to look at some other things, because we still have to look at the signings. At the same time, we still need to cover a lot of things to see how the teams they had to strengthen their team for the upcoming season. So do that. So this is Richarlison, this is amazing. I think blue is just amazing to just talk about the color. It makes them look go. Then the yellow, it's okay. I can't really complain about how they did it here. The turf is this time. I think it's okay. They're no longer being sponsored by Angry Bear. They're being sponsored by Kazoo. So that is the difference. Then there's Leeds United, the white jersey. So we haven't been seeing some of theirs because it's been a long time since Leeds left the Premier League. So we cannot say a lot of things about Leeds, but we just look at whatever they're putting there out there, which is the jersey that they just dropped there. So we wait and see what is happening, and we wait on the developments of that. But that's the jersey that they have for you guys. And this, I think I like the second kit. It's actually nice. It's actually nice, I have to say. So they haven't released the alternative kit, and yeah, this is the player, guys, who won to be partners with Virgil van Dijk in defense of the Premier League season's team of the season. The name, that's still a problem. Leicester, still okay. I can't complain. It's nice. Adidas did almost. It's still similar. So it seems like Leicester, we only have one jersey here. Then Liverpool, the champions, the ones that Mr. Mobin is saying that they're taking the Premier League next season. So that's their jersey, and you have to tell us what you think, guys. Let me hear your thoughts, your comments down below. What you think about the jersey of the Premier League champions, which is Liverpool? How do you think? How does it look? This is amazing. I love it. People are complaining about it being plain and they didn't understand the collar, but I heard that this new design of the collar, it's actually the new thing that has been discovered. So it's gonna be the thing for the coming seasons. So you just have to appreciate this is amazing. And this is the away jersey, the water like. It reminds me a little bit like the Manchester City jersey, but it's amazing as well. I like it. I'll actually wear this one. I have no problem with the home and away jersey of Liverpool. Then we move on to Manchester City. Manchester City, this is the glass that is breaking. The light blue, I have to say it's okay, it's amazing, so you cannot deny that. It's amazing, so you have to love it as well. But I think for Manchester City's best to see jersey that they did brought was this one. I feel like the away jersey is just above this world. I love it. Just look at the texture. They said it was inspired by one of the bridges in the run of the history. Check out any Manchester City fan page who can actually explain what is happening with the jersey. But this is amazing, guys. I just love how they did it, and it looks just unique for them. And this one, yeah, that is so ugly. I'll show you a picture tomorrow, I think, or later on, of a lady who was wearing this type of like material as a skirt. So I don't know what they were doing here. From these two amazing jerseys, they had to bring this for the third. So I don't go away with this. Then we come to Manchester United. So are you ready? I did tell you to wait for Manchester United. Let me show you something interesting with Manchester United. The jersey, okay, at first I did do some critics over it a lot. If you check out the jersey reaction that I did on the where should I refer you to? Yeah, on those videos that I did where I used to upload videos before I started to do the live streams. You can check it out. It was an amazing jersey as well, but now I see now it's okay now because maybe I've gotten used to it. Then this one is just black with the same design but just black, so make it like charcoal, kind of like remind me of the Liverpool jersey for last season. So it's amazing as well, and it's unique. We'll wait to see what happens over there. Then let's move on to the joke of the town, if it is there. I hope it is there. Then this, like United actually said that they're starting their new season with that. What is that? What exactly is that? Can somebody tell me if that jersey is nice? That is so ugly. That is goddamn so ugly, I have to say. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me your thoughts. Put it down there in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you are into football talk. talking about your teams, watch alongs about football, please do us a favor, click the like button and subscribe to this channel, because the Football Connect covers each and everything that happens in the world of football. At the same time, we talk about every players that are doing wonders in the Premier League and whatever that will be happening. And please don't leave this video just yet, because we are going to be covering all the transfers that has already been done, and we want to hear what impressed you and with the transfers that you feel like were the best for you this season. We want to hear it down in the comments below, so please don't leave this video just yet. I would advise you don't leave it just yet. Just watch as we finish up with the jerseys, because we have a lot of things to cover as well. So let's push on that. Let's push on that. Let me see. It seems like I have a notification. I want to see what is it all about before I continue, guys. Don't forget to like, guys. Don't forget to click like, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps us a lot. It's just Manchester United too, hoping that they sign Jadon Sancho. Okay. Then this Newcastle's kit. Okay, I can't complain. It's clean and it's okay. Just shows their traditional black and white stripes which are showing up, and I love the black jersey, so it's actually amazing. I can't complain. It's amazing. Then the away jersey, I've got mixed feelings. I don't know what has got them so wrong here. I don't go well with it. It's just too much. I have mixed feelings, and most of them are bad. I had to say that most of them are bad for this jersey, so I won't say that much about it. But the favor we can do is just keep moving on forward. So let me do something right now, guys, before I come and talk about the other jerseys that I'm continuing. To bring a little bit light here so that we see what we're doing here. So I'm back. So let's see what's happening now. The next jersey, it's for Sheffield United. So I had some people's thoughts and comments about this jersey early when it came out, when people were doing their reaction. Some were saying that it's bad. They had their reasons. They gave some jokes that they had about the jersey. But as for me, I actually have to say I have no bad blood with the jersey. I think it's okay. It's okay. I feel it's amazing though. It's amazing. The red, the red and white colors, which there is their traditional like colors. Then as well with the black that is there, I think it just looks amazing. I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Put it down in the comments below. I want to hear what you think about this jersey that was launched by Sheffield United, because I want to cover as much as I can as we move on to the transfer list, because after this we are going to the transfer. So do us a favor, click like, subscribe, and share this video with a lot of people who are watching, who want to be hearing this thing. Then this away, I love this jersey. I know it's pink, but it's actually amazing. It's unique. Adidas did so well. Then Southampton kit, guys, what can you say there? This is just unique. This is just amazing. You have to appreciate good things that are happening in the Premier League. And this is the away jersey. So this is the away jersey. So I actually thought this was the third jersey, but it's the away jersey, which is darker in most standard navy looking. It's okay though. It's okay. You can't complain. Then the away jersey just, they put red, and where there is red they put white, and some of the colors were there red and stuff. So that's what happened. Then this Tottenham is amazing, unique. I love the Nike jersey, and the same color that I was telling you about, which is at Liverpool, is the one that is being used by Tottenham. And the away just the green, it's okay, and the yellow, I think this is okay. Then we move on to West Brom. Okay, so this club is not been in the Premier League. We wait and see what they offer, but this amazing jersey, it seems like it's just one design with the different colors. Tell me if I'm lying, guys. This is just one design with the different colors. Look, you find this design in white and blue, then you find it in green and yellow, then you find it in red and yellow. So that's all. That's what they did. It was enough for Puma to move on and say that they've done justice for the team. So what can we say? We move on. Then we move on to West Ham. This looks familiar though. Again, it looks familiar, like I've seen this jersey before, but it's okay. It's amazing as well. It's nice. You see, like I was saying, this is the 2015 2016, and this is the new one. So there is no difference. That's why I'm saying, like, it looks familiar. Like they're even showing here that Spider-Man, saying that you're wearing my costume, because that's how it looks like. But our jersey is okay. For its standards, okay, or maybe it's the player who's fitting it, and the black color, it's okay. I love it. Wolves. So on the other hand, I have mixed feelings over this. I don't know what to say. Oh, there's the one that is showing clouds. Wow, wow, wow. Tell me your thoughts. I think it's okay. So those are the jerseys we have, guys. So that's all that is happening in the Premier League, guys. That's all. We were covering the jerseys here, so we want to move on to some of the most important story of how the teams have actually prepared for the next season. So after going through seeing even the ball, seeing the teams, now seeing all the jerseys of each and every team. I don't know if we missed any, but I think we covered almost all. At the same time, talking about our thoughts and the stuff like that, we move on to other things as a build up to the Premier League season. We are moving on all the current transfers that has been done by different teams of the Premier League as they prepare for 2020-2021 season. So are you ready for this? It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna shock you. It's gonna excite you if you are with the team that is buying a lot, and if you are the team that is buying a lot. There was a quote that I did see on Twitter. One man was saying that the FIFA generation rely more on the transfers than actually developing team players in their own clubs. So I can't deny with that. It makes sense. We are relying a lot in the transfers. We feel like if our team doesn't sign a lot in the transfer, they're actually gonna flop. For example, I am having that feeling as well. What can I say? That's what I deserve to be feeling. So that's what I'm feeling, and we have to wait and see what happens. We'll keep you updated with the thoughts. Don't forget to like, guys, before we move on. If you're into this football talk, look, I'm calling it football talk. If you're into this football talk and you are interested in covering each and everything that goes in the Premier League, yes, and maybe other leagues like in La Liga and Serie A, especially when they are playing the bigger teams like El Clasico and stuff like that, because El Clasico is going to be interesting next season, because Messi didn't go, by the way. The transfer said he's not going anywhere. Manchester City were linked with him all since he said he wanted to leave, all since the window opened, but that didn't happen because Barcelona made it so difficult for both Manchester City and Messi. So we move on from that, but we continue with the news. We are moving on the transfer news, and the Chelsea fans are going to be excited with this. I feel like your club did well in your standard, but dangerous. They are living dangerously, especially if the players that they've signed, the chemistry of the players doesn't go well for them to compete in the Premier League. I feel like that's where we're going to have a problem. We'll wait and find out how that game plays out. But it's going to be interesting, guys. We can't wait to see. So let's move on to the transfer news transfers that are already done since then up to where we are going to be to this day, which is the 9th of September, before we go to actually the day where Premier League starts. So please do us a favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video to Twitter and every place so that we hear what your thoughts, what you think as every club that is there. So let's go. Now I'm actually going to find out all the transfers that were done with me not paying attention, or maybe not covering them in my transfer segments that I've been doing all this transfer season since this page opened, which was on the 31st of July though. So let me find out. Let's go. Premier League done deals. Every completed transfer in the 2020 summer window, including Everton's major deal, double Newcastle scoop and Chelsea exits. So let's go. So they're saying why some club had combat in the compact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Other clubs have found crucial crashes to strengthen their squad, and big money is currently being spent in the transfer window, which is true. They're doing that. I'm just here to check if there are any comments, but I see there are no comments. I'm still waiting for Boss Mo to give us his own comments or what he think about the next coming season, or his or hers, which was something I don't want to really do. to discriminate by gender. So I didn't really discriminate. I don't really know, but I want to hear what you think. Which team is winning this season, and give us the reason why. That I'm gonna do in the last part of this video, like when I'm doing the final chapter of this. It's gonna be interesting. I hope you'll be excited to find out. So let's go. We start with Arsenal. Arsenal, the players that are in, they brought Gabriel, William Saliba, and William. Oh, so there are two people, William Saliba and William, and there is Pablo Mari, there's Cedric Scotch, and then there's Dan Caballeros. So I don't know this William Saliba. I think I missed that information. Gabriel, yes, I did talk about it. You can even see it. Also, William from Chelsea, I did cover that one as well. And the Paulo Maria from Flamengo, I didn't cover this one. It was not really disclosed. And Cedric Soa from Southampton, I didn't cover that as well. So this is what the players of this is what. So if you have been missing, guys, you can see here Liverpool is playing Leeds on this day, 12th of this, and Manchester United versus Crystal Palace on the 19th. So these are the information. You can find out more, but let's continue with this one. So it seems like they've brought, well, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, and the players who left, Henry, Mkhitaryan, and who have joined, like, so that answers your question, Mr. Mobin. You were asking about the Henry Mkhitaryan, if he has joined Roma. Yes, he has. It has been shown here, but the money that was used, like the amount of money that they had to pay to get the player, it was not disclosed. At the same time, Sam Greenwood went to Leeds undisclosed the money that was spent, and Trey Cole went to Gamila on loan. Toby was released. Diego Mavon Stargate on loan. Zinc Mendy. So some of the players that I was seeing here, Matt Smith, Jose, and Ben Shelf, they're all, I think, in the under 23, under 20, where they're being taken to other teams for game time, which they are really seeking for. So that's what Tottenham, Arsenal did. Yeah, that's what Arsenal did. Aston Villa, they signed Ben, Chris, and Matt Cash from Extra and Nottingham Forest. So that's what they did. And also they did sign, oh no, that's another thing. So the players that left are actually a lot. Rose, all were released, as you can see. Let me hear in the comments if you feel like one of your favorite player was released and it didn't deserve to be released by your club. I want to hear it on the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video on your social media, as we are covering and we are building up to the new Premier League 2020-2021 season. The Premier League is back, baby. So let's continue as we are continuing covering information that we have here. Brighton Harvage. So the big transfer they did was from Adam Lallana joining Brighton on a free transfer from Liverpool. Can you believe? It's the big story that I feel like they have. That's what I think. So let's see how it plays out. They bought Joe Vantiman for 900. I have no idea who the player is as well, but we'll wait to find out more about the players as well as time moves on. At the same time, they signed Zank Emerson, they signed Ziad Jean, Jason Wenger on undisclosed, Adam Lallana Liverpool, and Alan Donk from the club. And none of these players I didn't cover, even my own player Adam Lallana, because the time when he left, I think the page wasn't yet formed yet. So that's the situation, and it seems like there are a lot of players who were released here. Let me see if I can find other important. Glenmar went to loan to Watford, so that's one big one, and some others were disclosed, some loan. I don't see any that they didn't disclose most of their transfers, but that's what is happening, guys. Let's move on to Burnley. Burnley, one person who has been in, which is Will Norris from Wolves, undisclosed. Adam Phillips loan, Joe Hart for free, Jeff Heskins free, Adam Jazz and Oliver, all the Scott Wilson, and all of them were on free. Some were released. So in fact, Burnley never really made money this transfer window, because most of them, they were just released. That's gonna be interesting. We'll wait and see how this actually develops as we wait and see. We move on to Chelsea Football Club. So Chelsea has been one, and I don't think I would be using the bench as the poster to show what the club has done, or maybe because this is an English journalist company, Talk Sports, so they're just supporting one of the other young lads, so it makes sense. But at the same time, Chelsea did business, guys. They signed some amazing players like Kai. Let me just show you. They did do business. They signed Thiago Silva from Paris Saint-Germain for free. Timo Werner from Leipzig, undisclosed. Akim Ziyech from Ajax, 36 million pounds. Then Xavier Mbuyamba, Barcelona, undisclosed. I didn't know about this one, Xavier Mbuyamba. We'll wait and find out that part I didn't see it as well. Ben Chilwell from Leicester for 45 million pounds. Malang Sarr, yeah, free from Nice. I know this one. Was it free though? I don't know. Maybe it was free. Kai Havertz from Bayern Leverkusen, which is being believed as their biggest transfer that they did this season. We'll wait and see what the young lad can offer, and I think is the most high paid player in Chelsea currently, guys. Can you believe they just give him big money since he signed? So we'll wait and see how the situation plays out. But that's the situation we have at the moment. Let's move on. The players who went out: Pedro to Roma, William to Arsenal, Nathan to Atletico. Who's Nathan? I'm not really sure. You comment down on the comments below. Alvaro Morata to Madrid, Atletico 50. So he was released now, and if I heard well, Juventus are already interested in buying him as well from Atletico Madrid. Wow, that's going to be interesting. Josh Grant, Richard Neville, and Jimmy Cumming, Trevor Chambolia, Ikam Ojob, and all other players. Some that are coming from academy. So good news and good business for Chelsea, but we have to wait for the chemistry of the players if it's going to actually work. And that's that Danny Murphy believes that Chelsea can challenge for the Premier League title next season if they sign world-class centre-back. They did sign with somebody who's close to world-class centre-back, which is Thiago Silva. Okay, Crystal Palace, Ebicha Eze, 19 million pounds. So Ebichi Eze is one person who have been talked about. I've heard about a lot of news about this young lad that is one of amazing stars that we have right now in the Premier League, and is going to do amazing things in the Premier League. I think that money, if he does exactly what you are being told and we are being promised, that man is going to skyrocket next season when he comes. He was signed from PQR, and they're going to make money out of him. Nathan Ferguson, West Brom, free. Plus out Kai and Daniel and Tripper and what. So it seems like for Crystal Palace, Wilfried Zaha didn't go anywhere. So if they're Wilfried Zaha, and if what they're saying about this player is correct, we might have an interesting season next season on our hand, which is only left with a few days before it starts. So we wait and see if the rumors or whatever we were led to be sold, that if it comes to be true. Everton. So now Everton were quiet since the transfer started. They were just so quiet. We didn't hear a lot of things about them. Then they just woke up from nowhere and they did some interesting business, guys. So I want to hear from the Everton fans. Where do you see yourself finishing? One man said you're finishing number 5 because he feels like you're now strong because you've signed James Rodriguez. I disagree. Maybe if we talk about Decore, because I feel like Decore is one unsung star, and not because he went to Everton we can no longer bring him at Liverpool, but any other club that get him, they'll be impressed with whatever that happens. Let me see what happens here, guys. So let's move on. Okay, James Rodriguez, Nels Kudo, and Alan from Napoli. Then we can now add Decore from there. It seems like that has not yet been put there. He has signed also for Everton, so it means they've brought 4 players at the moment as we speak. One came for free, and some of them they had to spend around, is it 22, which is 40, then they had to spend around 60 something. Then some players who retired, some went for free, released, undisclosed. And what is there any big players that we can talk about here? Look, Gab Grant, and there's this player who was in Juventus. Who was signed from Juventus? Is it Karen Doe? I'm not really sure. No, that one went to Norwich, so it's not him. So that's the information we have for you. That's it, guys. So Liverpool Thiago move delayed to January. Coutinho boost. Oh, is that the latest transfers we are hearing? Wow. Fulham. Antonio Rabiot, Wigan, and Antonio Corbett, and other players. So this is what Fulham has done. Brought some interesting players. I don't know a lot of them. There's Harrison Reed from Southampton, so that is somebody that I can say I know a little. Then from Wigan for Fulham, so that part I don't know. These are the players that were bought. Then we look down, the ones who were released or went out. Is there any big player we can talk about here? Nope, we don't. Now let's talk about Leeds, guys. I had some things to say about Leeds. Leeds, like Chelsea, have been one club that has been so active in this transfer window, that like literally active. So let me show you.
The time is 0:00 p.m.
That is actually disturbing. Sorry, I should have put my earphones. Sorry, guys. But okay. Leeds did some business and they brought a lot of players, guys. Let's cover them. And I feel like Leeds are going to suffer the same disease that Norwich suffered when they started buying a lot of players that they don't really need, and they're going to suffer from that. That's my thoughts. Let's continue. Okay, they signed Hyla Costa, Emil Messi, Kobe Demant, Charlie Allen, Joe Gansen, Harrison, Samuel Greenwood, Danny Van der Weg, then Rodrigo, then Kobe Knox. Then they only took one person out, who's Ryan Edmonds on loan. So Leeds have decided to change the full team, at the same time adding some, just taking out one player. So it's going to be interesting how next season will be. I think the coach is going to give himself too much headache that he won't be able to stay in the Premier League. I think they're panicking because they've not been in the Premier League for the past 16 years, which I don't think it should be something that a club should be panicking about. I think they should build from that and see what they do next season. That's what I think, than to be panicking. Come on, seriously. This is the Premier League, for Christ's sake. Let's see what happens. Then Leicester City, one player who's been here, it's Timo Cottage from Atlanta, and players who left is Coven, and who is the one player that I can talk about? Ben Chilwell to Chelsea is one of the biggest ones that I went. Thomas Gale free to PQR, and some were released. Then Liverpool, Kostas Timuka 24, who was signed a 5-year deal with Liverpool. This is the only player we signed, and it costed us 11.7 million pounds, guys, to sign the player. That's the only transfer that Liverpool have done. We have been promised that there will be business that will be done, according to some reports that are coming out, but we have to wait and see on that, because we are not really sure if that is going to actually happen. But we have been promised that we need to wait and just be patient, because there's business that is going to happen as well in the Liverpool dressing room. So we'll wait and see on that one. But at the moment, this is the only players we have signed. And let me show you now the players who left, guys. Deja Lovren, Adam Lewis on loan, Adam Lallana free, Daniel Anton, I don't know this one as well, released. Pedro Chilivella to free to Nata. Nelson Nathan Klein released. Shami George Costa free. Jack Walls released. Morgan Boys Fleetwood loan. Olivia Egeza Reading undisclosed. Kai McLee Cabbage free. Then Isaac Davis Barnsley free, then Shea Ojo Cardiff on loan. So a lot of players who have left Liverpool, and a lot of players who we actually left it. So that's the situation we are going to suffer next season as a Liverpool fan. Crazy as it seems like people are leaving, and as much as we want to accept it or want to talk about it, we can't say anything about it because they have a plan. We need to trust in the man. Klopp has turned the doubters into believers. Liverpool won the Premier League, won the Champions League. They finished as runners-up in 2017, and they won it in 2018, 2019, and the 2019, 2020. They won the Premier League. Now we are moving to 2020-21. Even though they're not doing a lot of business, it seems like we are being told that we should trust Klopp. But in that same situation, we were told that there were some situations where Klopp wanted to say something, but it seems like the club shut him down. So that's other things that are actually frustrating other Liverpool fans. So we'll wait and see how these things will actually grow as we look at the next coming campaign. But we want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear what you're expecting from next season from not only Liverpool but other clubs as well. It's gonna be an interesting 2019-2020 for you guys, even for me as well. But I feel like Liverpool, if they could just sign Thiago Alcantara, even though we're being told that it's been delayed to January, if they sign Thiago Alcantara, then we are ready to challenge for next season. We'll wait and see on whatever that happens. So leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share this video with each and every people who are interested in football like we are, guys. So Manchester United City, they signed Nathan Klein from Bournemouth for 14 million pounds. Fernan Torres, who we did see against Spain, who scored he scored the last goal for Spain. He was amazing as well. And they signed Pablo Moreno from Juventus, undisclosed. Yaya Kos. We have to look on that one as well because we know nothing about that player as well. But I want to hear your thoughts, guys. I want to hear your comments. Tell me your comments. What do you think about the player that United City have signed? And the players who left, they're actually a lot. I didn't expect them to be a lot, but in the first team there are few. In the first team, the players that left in the first team there are few. So let's talk about it. David Silva of Real Sociedad for free. Then other players as it goes. I'll try to give you as much information as I can, guys. As much as information that I have, guys, so that I explain as much as information that I have. So also they've looked bored. So I think the only player we can talk about from the main team who left is David Silva. Oh, and Leroy Sané to Bayern Munich. How can I forget that? That is one of the biggest players that they lost this season. So it's gonna be interesting also to find out. I want to do something for Mr. Mobin as well, just to check before we continue, guys. He was actually interested in the Roma game. Let me see how it is going. Okay, so if it is to be believed, I don't think this is correct. Let me try to load that as well, so that I see if there's any change. Oh, it's actually now 4-0. So Roma is really winning. It's doing amazing. Henry Mkhitaryan scored, and Lancio Pellegrini and the other players scored. Henry just scored a few minutes ago. So you can be excited, Roma people or Roma fans. Your club is winning in their pre-season, I think, as they build on to the Serie A, which is about to start as well. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you are a person who's interested in football talk, isn't it? So let's continue. So not big transfers that were out by United. So let's talk about Manchester United. They've signed from Shanghai, something like that. Igalo from Shanghai, who is a Nigerian. Van der Beek from Ajax. So Manchester United is the same as Liverpool. I feel like they're the same because they were quiet, but at least they've signed a player who's going to be playing in the first team. Liverpool will sign the backup, which is crazy. Players who left is none other than Alex Sanchez, which is the bigger player, as you can see, it's actually in different color, to Inter Milan on an undisclosed fee. In fact, it was believed it was free. That's why they're making it undisclosed, because they don't accept that they lost in everything. And the other ones went on release everything that happens. But this is their main star, Donny van der Beek. We'll wait and see what he brings to the club. So let me see. I'm in Manchester. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, interesting. So it's gonna be interesting next season. But you believe Liverpool is really good, even though Manchester City are very good, Mr. Moby. I feel like Manchester City are very good, especially if they've gotten to a chance to get Lionel Messi in their club. So it's interesting. So Roma is leading by 4-0, by the way. I was just checking a few minutes ago. I don't know if you see that. You did notice that. So It's interesting. We'll see what happens there. Manchester City are so good. I don't know who they're going to bring out. They wanted Thiago Alcantara as well. So we will wait and see what happens as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what next season holds for us. So Newcastle signed Callum Wilson as the biggest one, and Fraser from Bournemouth, free and 20 million. And the other one, they did sign John Lewis from Norwich, which has not yet been reflected here. So these are other things that went out. So there are actually a lot of people who left on loan or they were released also. There are no big players to actually look at. I think they're owing to small teams. So we wait and see what happens. Sheffield United. Sheffield United. Sheffield United are doing business as well, as usual. Let me see. Okay, no comments at the moment yet. Please don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying what I'm doing here, or subscribe or share this video. We've already reached our 1 hour now, so please do that to our full best. Let's move on with these things. So let me talk about the next information we have, which is let me see. Sheffield, who did they sign who is big? I think we can talk about the Aaron Ramsdale from Bournemouth, the keeper. I think that's the best player that they signed here. And maybe West from Rangers. I don't know how good he is, but also in their release the players went out. And they didn't lose any big players though, unless those that they released, like King Ferguson. So it's gonna be interesting to find out how it plays out, but we'll keep looking at the situation as it moves. I just said that Mr. Mobin is not a Liverpool fan, which is weird. I thought you were a Liverpool fan, sir. 100%, but it's okay as well. As we meet here, it's football, right? We are talking football always, so we'll wait and see what happens. Let's move on. Southampton. Mohamed Ansu and Kai Walker-Peters. Kai Walker-Peters, I think, is the youngster from Tottenham who they actually signed for £12 million. Then they let players like him, Pierre-Emile, or that is too hard, Objobia or something like that, Tottenham, undisclosed. And who else? Other players. I think it was disclosed though. I did talk about the fee somewhere else. That's the biggest player that they lost for me. And there we are now in Tottenham is the same player that they signed. And Tottenham brought Joe Hart, Matt Doherty from Wolves. So that is interesting as well. Who else did they sign for as well? As I'm looking at here, nothing. I really look at Joe Hart celebrating after joining the new club. West Brom. Hey. Come on, guys, I get tired a lot. There's a lot of clubs, but at least I'll make sure that is covered to the end. We'll see what happens, how it goes, as we'll be covering as much in terms of the Premier League. But the Premier League is back, guys, and I hope you'll be happy and satisfied with whatever that is going to happen here. So West Brom, they did sign, who's the biggest player they signed here? In fact, I feel like West Brom, they didn't do big transfer news as well that we can talk about. All the players are undisclosed, the guys, and even the players that they lost, some are on loan and free and undisclosed. So it means they're keeping their transfer news under the wraps, if I may say. It's hidden. They are not giving us enough information to know what's happening. They don't really trust us, so they're trying to keep this thing as much as they can. They're trying to hide this as much as they can, so it's under disclosed. So we'll see. Maybe we might find out somehow, but there are no big transfers to talk about. Let me hear from the West Brom fans. You have been with them in the championship. You know your team. You know how they've been performing. Give me your thoughts, your comments down below. I want to hear what you're expecting from your team this season. Do you think they'll survive or they'll be relegated? That is something that we're going to have to find out together here, guys. Let me continue as we move on. West Ham, they only signed one per player, who is Thomas Sokish. And Zabaleta was released. Pablo Zabaleta, who is the legend in the club, who has been so good for them. After he went from City to them, he was now released by the new manager. Nobody else we can talk about here as well, guys. Let's move on to Wolves. so it means this is the last club. Wolves have signed Marquez from Lyon for 2 million. Fabiano Silva 35 million. So Fabio Silva, we believe that is gonna be one player to look out for. He's gonna be one of the biggest stars this season. I don't know why this guy's making noise outside there, but that's the information we have as well for you guys. And the biggest transfer out that they had was losing Matt Doherty to Tottenham. And what else? Hadler Costa to Leeds. But we wait, I think they feel like they're strong and they can actually survive for next season. So this is all the teams and all the things that are happening in the Premier League, guys. Tell me if I ever got anyone, if I did say something that you didn't really like, leave your comments down there in the comments below. And please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video if you enjoy talking about football like I do, or maybe covering as much as we can in terms of the transfer news and whatever that is happening as the Premier League is about to begin. Remember, the title of this is Premier League is back, baby, and I hope you're excited to see what's about to happen here and what is about to be uncovered in the Premier League, guys. So as we are continuing the Football Connect, now we are talking about the teams that I'm seeing finishing in the relegation. So I need to put back the teams before I talk about the fixtures that are coming for week 1 and week 2, which will be the last thing that wraps out this show for us, guys, which will be interesting, I hope to see. So I was already here. So these are the 12 teams. Looking at the signature, I'm seeing number 1 and number 2 being Liverpool and Manchester City as usual. The third spot might be taken by, is it Chelsea? That's going to be hard for me to say. Chelsea, Leicester, United, and Tottenham and Wolves are all the clubs to look out for who will be fighting for number 3 and number 4 position. But I feel like maybe at least Chelsea might do that as well. There will be a number 3 this time. Then United, as much as I agree with Mr. Mobin, they're going to have to be a number 4 as well. Number 5, I see Tottenham. 6, Arsenal. 7, Wolves. 7, 8, Everton. 9. No. Let me start again. 1, 2, Liverpool, Manchester City. One of those. 2, 3, Chelsea. 4, United. 5, Leicester City. I feel like Leicester City can also do that as well. 6, Tottenham. 7, Arsenal. 8, Wolves. 9, Everton. 10, Newcastle. 11. Which team can I say there in 11? Sheffield United. Oh no, Southampton. 12, West Ham. 13, Sheffield United. 14, Wolves. No. Let me see. Brighton did survive last time, so I see them in the relegation. So look at Leeds, Brighton, and I said Leeds, Brighton, and what? Remind me, you put it down in the comments below, guys. I'm just trying to do something that I've never done here. Okay, Leeds, Brighton, then West Brom. Those are the teams that are going to be in the relegation next season. And the teams that are going to be on top, it's Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, and United. Those are the top 4. So that's what I think it's going to look like. So let's move on to other news. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested in talking about football talk or enjoying everything that we cover here, don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video with any other people on your social media. It helps us a lot that you can ever know. So now we are moving on to the fixtures of the first week games. I'm not gonna give my predictions of those games. I'm gonna do that one day before the Premier League starts. That's when I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my predictions after watching fantasy football, which will be live. That's when I'm gonna give you my predictions, but I'm gonna just show you the games that are gonna be played and see what's going to happen as we are about to start. So we are back. Premier League is back. I hope we are excited to see what happens next season. So let's move on to this. Okay, that's it. Here's the one. So to those who don't know, the first games are starting on Saturday, which is match day 1. The first game will be Fulham versus Arsenal. Without giving a free prediction, which I see Arsenal winning. Crystal Palace versus Southampton, gonna be interesting. Liverpool versus Leeds, of course Liverpool winning. Newcastle versus West Ham, gonna be interesting as well. West Brom versus Leicester, Leicester winning. Tottenham versus Everton, that's gonna be interesting as well. I can't give any thoughts. That one have to be something we'll look at. So these are the games for Sunday from Leicester City and West Brom, then Everton and the Tottenham, Sheffield and Wolves, Chelsea and Brighton. That's what completes game day 1 of the Premier League. I think after that we'll have a lot of things to cover and talk about after whatever that is going to come out from then and whatever that will be happening there. So please guys, do us a favor by clicking the subscribe and liking this video, because as much as we are now moving on to the Premier League, we want to enjoy everything that we'll be doing this side. So we want to hear your thoughts and your comments as you'll be putting them down there as we'll be moving with the Premier League next season, guys. And I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Please put your thoughts down in the comments below. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I had for you guys. I've covered a lot. We started by talking about what happened last season and who won the best player of Premier League, which was Kevin De Bruyne, and the youngster was Trent Alexander-Arnold, and all the writers awards and everything, and the team of the season, which I missed out by one, if I remember. Yes, by one. So we did cover a lot, guys, and it was 1 hour almost, where we've already passed the 1 hour since we've been talking about how much we need to prepare for the Premier League. This was just a rundown for us to wait and be excited with what is about to start next season. What is about to start next season, which is now in 3 days time, which is the Premier League new season, guys. I hope you are excited to see what's going to be happening with Mr. Mobin, who is a Manchester City fan now, I know, and other people, supporters who are out there who are ready and excited to see what is going to be happening next season. I hope you'll be ready. I'll be here. I hope you'll be there with me so that we enjoy the next season, guys. And like I always say, don't forget to click subscribe if you are a football fan and you enjoy talking about football, because I'm working on something that maybe we can start doing some live chat calls. So it only starts when we now have at least a lot of people joining in on our live calls. I think the person that I'm gonna be able to do, I'm gonna try to do this with first is Mr. Mobin as well, talking about the Premier League as it continues, as it develop, and the other things that are gonna happen here that we'll be adding on in our developments as the Football Connect, and that is going to be exciting. I hope you can prepare for that. It's going to shock you as well, guys, and it's gonna be exciting as it has to be. At the same time, a lot of things are happening. So right now I'm not talking like we are at the start now, because we are now starting a new season and it's gonna be interesting and exciting, and we know we need to be excited and ready about it, and we want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear you guys. I'm gonna check the comments later on so that I see whatever you would have said, and I will do my best to respond all of them in the next video, not in today's video, maybe tomorrow's video, which will be talking about the Premier League. I'll go back into this chat, make it live to everyone to see whatever I'll be reacting, and I go each and every comment that you guys did put. Then we'll see what we can do as we move on from there, as we'll be seeing where we'll be going, guys. But the Football Connect is now here, guys, and it's starting its first Premier League season with you. That's why I'm saying Premier League is back, baby, because I'm a Premier League fan, as I've always been. But actually doing with this channel, it will be my first time. So I hope that your support will be put 100% less. I'm hoping that you will do, guys. At the same time, you give your thoughts and your predictions, because I think, is it tomorrow or the day after? I think the day after tomorrow I'm gonna do my prediction show, where I'll be predicting the games that are gonna be played and giving the reasons why I think it's going to finish like. And that's when it's gonna force me to look at some of the players of different teams to see if we have different strikers we need to prepare for. But as well, we'll see what happens. But the Premier League is back, and as much as you guys are not ready for it because of the COVID-19, it's ready for you. So you need to get yourself ready and excited for what is about to happen, and we hope we will have the best time in the Premier League season. So this has been the Football Connect. I have been your host, and I've covered as much information that I have to. I'll be back again later around 10, because let me check what time it is this side. It's 7:30, so I'll be back around 10 or 11, where I'll be giving you the transfer news of the day. I didn't do anything, so I'm gonna just put them in one thing, all of them, so you need to keep look for that. I will have to look at the breaking news of today, or any news that we need to talk about which is big, then we cover that from then as we move on. But I hope you are excited as I am, and you are ready for what is about to happen, because the Premier League is back and we are ready to challenge for next season. So thank you very much, goodbye, and to those who have been watching, God bless. I really appreciate your support, guys, and I hope that you connect by subscribing and liking and sharing these videos to all the social pages. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sam, and thank you for the time you gave me to make a lot of noise in your ears, talking for 1 hour 16 or 17 minutes now, 16 minutes, telling you how much I love the Premier League. I hope you do as well. So thank you very much for watching. I am signing out.